Welcome to Bloodshed Coliseum. Prepare for violence and silence. Liberate my manners! Liberate my manners! I didn't want to liberate my manners! Liberate my manners! On myself, put a wall up with the all I done. Kick the dog at bay, survive by saving me. Values in the game, no fuck up, not part of your life. I am one, I am all, I'm above every outside of the shit back off or else me. So soft, you forget. Your garbage in is garbage out. Dude, don't give a shit. I won't play the fit. Get off, get on that. Your garbage in is garbage out. My manners, liberate my manners. I didn't want to liberate my manners, liberate my manners. I am not ashamed. What is vital is an ocean made. You can't break in vain, but you can break away. Even in my face, a lot of bullshit, not a lot of the truth. I can't see from here, but I can smell your breath. All the shit that are us made so soft you forgot. Your garbage in is garbage out. I don't give a shit. I won't play the fit. Get off, get on us. Your garbage in is garbage out.
Remember to silence yourself, yo.
Now, and you can start your own pace. Your voice BSC. Just look there.
Daddy, here. Alright. Whenever you're ready, boss man. Let's go. Are you already recording? Getting back in your seat. Alright. What's going on, everybody? I am Kazekage here with the owner of BSC and the face of BSC, really, Danny G. We are here for our first ever Tobacco Time podcast. This is going to be a new podcast that we are going to release every week. Days are still being determined right now by all of us, but we are going to basically make this a podcast where we're going to reflect on everything going on in BSC weekly. We're going to start doing more amateur cards once we get the amateur system more, set up. Or not me, mainly Sassy's really working on this right now, but Sassy and Danny are going to be managing, the amateur system a lot more. But basically, this is going to be, a podcast where we review everything and figure out where amateurs are going to go. Every week when we have the amateur cards on the podcast, we are going to announce who got a pro contract, who didn't, and basically right now, guys, there's a lot to talk about just currently of what happened today.
100%.
Right now, I think what we really need to talk about is the tournament. Team BSC, Bodie cannot make it to day one, so our backup fighter, in my eyes, and probably and hopefully a lot of your guys' eyes, Danny G, the backup to me, the face of UBA, or not UBA, BSC, the face of BSC. Coming in, stepping in, but that means that Team BSC is going to be down a fight. We are going to be down 0-1 going into round one against TCL. But
we still got this.
Yeah, I think we got this. I mean, man, Danny, I really think that within the 6 days before the first day, I think you can really get it, bro.
Oh, yeah. 6 days, bro. 6 days to become the best. I got it.
Man,
see, that's the exact reason why I chose him. I chose Danny surely for the reason he has his off moments, but if there's one person who knows how to pull out the fire, I said it in the last podcast, it's got to be this man. He can just pull out the fire out of nowhere. It could be 2 rounds down, third and final round, and he'll just pull through.
Man, it's really an unfortunate situation with what happened with Bodie. Not his fault, obviously. Bodie had something come up IRL, and go take those IRL opportunities other than VR opportunities. It's really awesome that we have this opportunity to fight in this $600 tournament.
Absolutely.
But obviously go make those real life memories. There's always going to be the virtual world, I think, what we're seeing now, but it's really unfortunate for Bodhi missing day one, but me and you, Sassy, obviously, we have a lot of confidence in Danny stepping in, being the replacement fighter.
100%.
Danny, I hope that you have confidence in
Oh yeah,
yourself because
100%.
we're going to need that confidence because, I'm obviously the coach of Team BSC, so kind of worrying about these fights a little bit. Going down 1-0 isn't ideal, but I think we can come through, and I think we can honestly make quite the splash in this tournament. And I
Oh yeah,
think honestly, we're big sleepers in this tournament, really.
for sure.
BSC, I mean, I feel like everybody's really sleeping on us, and it's really easy to sleep on us now, obviously, with already going down 0-1 to TCL. But it's going to be really interesting with what we do with these fights. Obviously, we can't talk about them right now. This is kind of a personal thing for us right now, but it's going to be interesting with what we do, and I honestly still have a lot of confidence in us.
Yeah.
Sassy, there was a lot going on with Unk and you with the whole Bodhi situation. Do you want to kind of cover that right now?
Yeah, wasn't too happy about it. I told him the situation. I was pretty pissed myself, but if something comes up, it comes up. What are you gonna do about it? Abandon real life for a VR game? I wouldn't do that. I'd tell you to fuck off. You know what I mean? I told Unk he didn't really see the point of it not being his fault. He just thought, oh, he knew the dates, he knew the times, and he thought, yeah, fuck this guy. But I haven't had a good chance to talk to him yet. I'm going to talk to him soon. And Unk himself has said he wants to talk to Bodhi about it himself. But yeah, I think everything will be alright. I think Unk just had a little mini crash out, as Unk does.
Yeah. Classic Unk.
It's fucking Unk, man. Gotta love him for it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's an awful situation, really. I mean, obviously can't be mad at Bodhi for what is going
No,
on,
not
but
at all.
being mad at the situation, man, this is high stake history, remembered forever. Especially if Thrill the Fight really becomes something here in the future, this is like everything.
Definitely gives
So
us a bigger chance to prove ourselves.
Oh yeah, for sure.
yeah, it really is also a great opportunity for BSC to really start to put our name on the map because we do have a lot of what is it, members, almost 400
Yeah,
now, I believe 365 currently of the filming of this.
something like
So
that, yeah.
yeah, somewhere around there. But growing every day, I have a lot of confidence in us though. Even if we can't pull out in the tournament, which I still have a lot of confidence in us in the tournament, I think BSC just as a whole right now, I think there's a lot of good things coming. Obviously us three have been talking and we're starting to figure out a way to kind of make this a little bit more organized, but being laid back and kind of doing like that whole like, hey guys, do we want to do a card today is kind of like our thing. So I definitely
Yeah,
don't think we should get rid of
sort
that.
of
But
just
I think
how it's been.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think we're thinking about adding 2 to 3 amateur cards a week, getting an amateur system set up. I mean, I already talked about that, but we are working to get the amateur system set up, and we're
Yeah,
going to be announcing, all the amateur stuff on this podcast, which is going to be coming out weekly. But it's going to be really fun to see how the whole amateur thing is going to go and the whole pro thing, and
mm-hmm.
starting to do a lot more media is what we're going to start trying to do now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but this kind of, where this kind of came from, when we started doing media for UBA and stuff, I'm going to start commentating for UBA, but, it's obvious that we could do a lot of stuff here in BSC with media. So, I'm really excited to kind of start doing this stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. We've been well, I mean, us as a whole, like we started a good year ago, all of us together. We did WCC, rest in peace.
Man,
We
dude,
did really well.
WCC, bro. I'll give you power.
968 members in a month's time. That's got to be some form of record, man. And then we
I
just get raided. But we did really well from that. And then with WBL, Danny had his own problem. He had to go away for a while. You had your own problems. You had to go away for a while. Everyone's busy. I just managed to have the free time every couple of days to do a card, so I kept it going. And
dude,
it
I'm
sort of just
glad.
kept getting lower and lower production. And now that we're all together again, I feel like it's going to go a lot more up.
Oh yeah.
I
Dude,
feel like we're
I'm
in safe
I'm
hands.
hella glad for you, Sassy, because bro. It was kind of us four, with Unk that kind of kept the servers going. We had WCC VRWBC, I believe it was,
Yeah,
Sassy.
Yeah.
VRWBC was
That
the
was
original
our
name.
first server. our first server ever with the three of us was
Rip.
VRWBC. That server, me and Danny joined, I believe, the same day. We both became champions of our own divisions back in like, dude, V1, V2 when,
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know,
December era. You
Danny
guys
right
joined
now is
early
still good at the
December.
game. Danny is still good at the game. I am not. I somehow was good at the game back when
Yeah.
I
I
guess
want to
the game
embrace
sucked. I don't
Danny's
know.
I want to embrace Danny's upbringing at the moment because he was insane, obviously, from base version to V3. He was kicking all sort of ass. What
Dude,
was
Oh
it
it?
yeah,
was
bro.
unreal,
I
bro.
remember.
12-4? 12-4?
Yeah, 12-4-1, I believe.
Yeah, that's a half decent record. That is classed as a good record, and he had championship status. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Held the
And he
belt for I
came
think 2
Held the
months.
belt like,
2
dude,
months.
it was more
V4
than two
V.
months. It
Yeah,
had
maybe
to have
longer.
been.
Yeah, huh?
I said maybe longer. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it's 2 months.
Yeah, but V4 came and you sort of went downhill because you wasn't playing the game as much, and then you took a
Yeah.
break and you came back late V5, and
Yeah.
you were still not doing pretty good. The second V6 comes out, you go on a mad winning streak. You're keeping up with high level players, high name value players. You're doing your own thing now, and you saw what he did in that amateur series, like contender series in UBA.
Of course, dude. He beat one of the most interesting prospects in UBA right now, Kobenomics, in the AMA to win
Very
his
good fighter.
contract. And Kobenomics did get that golden ticket in AMA as well.
He's a great fighter.
Dude, Kobenomics
100%.
is he's really something. But dude, Danny, my God, you looked phenomenal in that
Thank you,
fight. I
man.
mean, I will kind of give you some credit there. You did unfortunately go ahead and lose to Stevie VR. I'm gonna just throw that at you.
Chill. Little
But
I'm
room
sure
skills,
Danny
bro.
has,
dude,
That's my
yeah.
weakness.
Stevie VR, great fighter as well. But dude, your fight against Kobenomics, my goodness, you
he
are
looks
very quick,
snappy.
you know. Dude, lightning jabs, bro.
Yeah,
Oh
I'm
my
quick, bro.
goodness.
I'm quick with it.
That there's a reason. That's what me and Sassy have been talking about. There really is a reason why you are the backup here for Team BSC because I feel like you were really slept on. You know, you kind of have a Bodie situation where your record, I feel like it doesn't really define you as a fighter because, my God, dude, you truly are one of the most like impressive fighters for like never fighting. I've known you, you know, this is a personal thing, but I've known you for years.
Oh yeah, long
No
time.
background of fighting, neither of us. And
No.
I just think it's crazy that we can come in here on a, you know, on a video game and just kind of, you know, not be the best, but keep up with people that genuinely do kind of do this
Yeah.
stuff for a
Keep
living.
up with the competition.
You know, I
Yeah.
feel like if both of us really did get real training, we could both be really good. But
I
mainly
agree.
you, dude. I don't think I could ever be as good as ceiling as you or anybody else, dude. The fighting stuff is not for me. The media thing is for me, dude.
Yeah, you're
Fighting
good at
is,
that shit, bro.
damn, bro. Fighting is not
Competition
my
has got
thing.
crazy as well. I'm very impressed that you can keep up with it. From V3 to V6, competition's got to have tripled, if not more. The
Dude,
top fighters
competition
then are the
is,
journeymen of today.
dude,
Oh yeah.
competition now is insane, dude.
Very.
I am very good at racking up a couple losses in a couple different leagues, dude. I fought Dior. Remember I told you I fought Dior yesterday in
Mhm.
Yep.
Makota's league, I believe. Dude, that guy, he whooped my ass. I'll give him that. He got plenty of knockdowns, but he's not, I mean, he needs to tone it down a little bit. I mean, I was piecing him up. I just, you know, my main problem is I just can't get knockdowns to save my life. I mean, I don't know what it is, but like in ranked and stuff, I usually do. I do like 6,000 damage in 3 rounds. Like earlier today, I got 3 rounds with 5,800 damage. I gotta just be fighting scrubs or something. I don't even know. But oh my goodness, I gotta be fighting the worst fighters in the game because as soon as I go start fighting for these leagues, dude, I'm not like that, bro. You gotta put me on the media stuff for me to shine. But no, on the fighting stage, dude. That's not me.
No,
I'm only
no.
good at calling the fighters
We
now,
got to see the Doc come back, man.
Yeah,
We got to do
bro.
something about
Prime
that.
Doc was a problem.
dude.
He
He
was a
was a
problem.
problem.
We had 3 12-rounders back when Thriller the Fight was sort of a new thing to everyone, and they were all draws. 3 draws. You don't see that, especially in 12-rounders.
Oh
Like
yeah.
that's insane numbers.
Unbelievable, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
he was a
still
great
pissed about
fighter.
that to this day,
Couldn't
dude.
even get a
I
win
can't
on each
believe that.
other. It's pretty nuts.
Dude, I couldn't believe that. That was unbelievable.
Yeah,
3
I was beaten up. I'll just put that out there. I was
will
whooping Doc's ass.
confirm in the tournament that we had once, you did put some good work in on him. Looking for some
Happens,
Doc?
bro. He's still a great.
fuck.
He's still a great fighter, bro.
He did.
We'll bring him back.
Dude,
Trust me. Dot
Danny
comeback
was
coming
my
soon.
dude. OG Danny was my kryptonite, bruh. Anybody that was like my height and was with me, like all those bums, bro. Oh my goodness. I remember when I first came onto the scene, bro, I wanted everybody. And my first loss, dude, I don't know how many times I've told both of you this. I will die on this hill. I beat Unk. I swear to God, I beat Unk that first time. I wish I had a recording of that fight because, oh my God, I swear to you guys that I beat him. But anyways, it was a fluke. It's whatever. I fought him for 5 rounds for the championship, and then I won, and I became the first heavyweight champion, I believe. And then we started getting the light heavyweight division going. That's
Which Sir Lama
about,
dominated, 16-0, I believe.
dude, Sir Lama, bro. Dude, Prime
Holy
Sir Lama
shit!
was a
He's the one
problem,
that
bro.
took my O. He took my O.
This is what I mean. When we talk about competition from back then, 16-0 Sir Lama, no one could beat him. I was in one of my best flight places. So was you. We couldn't get anywhere near him.
No,
We didn't have a chance.
I
And
feel like Sir Lama was legitimately like the first fighter in Thrill of the Fight that started joining these leagues that like genuinely did that shit like outside of VR. Because he
yeah,
would go to like
he
he
was
would go
trained
to
by
the
his dad.
studio.
I remember
Yeah, like
talking
kung
to
Yeah,
fu
him.
type shit or something.
dude,
Yeah,
he would go to the studio every day, and he was telling us about it too. Like
Mm-hmm.
he was actually going to the studio and he was putting in that work. And oh my goodness,
Oh
dude,
yeah.
his movement was unbelievable, dude. He
couldn't touch the
legitimately
guy.
was one of the greatest fighters. He
But
beat Pester too. When Pester became really good,
yeah,
he beat Pester, I believe.
when we come to like today's time though, he's been on a losing streak from when we saw him. Like if were you around for MBKC versus BSC when
I
Lama
was
fought?
not.
Ah, okay. So we had a 5v5 with Jojo server, what is now known as OFC.
Oh, I
And
was supposed to fight in that today. I missed it.
did you not? Did you not? Oh, damn. Oh,
I was supposed to host there, but
dude, they put me,
ah,
dude. I think they put me against like Tomato last second, and I was like doing some shit, and then like, dude,
oh, the
I had like
slapper.
just seen that it was like my turn to fight. I was like 10 minutes late, and I was like, yeah, dude, I'm gonna take the
You would
L
have
on
got the
this one, bro.
slap
The
for
Seahawks
doing that.
started playing, bro. I had to go watch the Seahawks, dude. We
oh
we
god.
should have won today. Damn, bro. It's whatever. But anyways, um. where was I going to go with this? A big thing that we should also talk about today about the tournament is we've already kind of covered the basis of Danny. You know, we're not worried about Danny coming
No
in.
concerns.
To me, dude, no. I think I love Danny. And also Danny coming in as the team captain. You will be joining me tomorrow
Hell yeah.
in the team press with coaches and representatives. But a
I
big
wish I
thing
could
that
hop
happened
into that. That
today.
would have been fun.
Yeah.
Today, the filming of this Tobacco Time podcast, Adonis lost to Avoid in
Yeah,
RSVR, was it?
yeah,
Yes.
ringside.
Adonis lost to Avoid.
I actually remember
Man.
the scorecards. It was 29-27 avoid. I
Hmm.
didn't see it until the last round, and I
Same.
saw that Adonis got a knockdown on him, but it was
I
10-9
saw that
final
too.
round, so I assume Avoid got a knockdown before that. Round 1 and 2, Adonis had the damage. It seems like he was just getting clocked by a couple of knockdowns. It seems like the knockdowns was his issue, because he had like 2,000 and something damage those 2 rounds. And then round 3, Avoid did take the damage, and he took that 10-9. But the rounds beforehand, I assume he just got a lot more knockdowns, and he just got caught at the wrong times.
Dude, that was pretty insane because we were all kind of, talking to everyone in the, private chat for the tournament, obviously,
They all
about,
said Avoid was the weakest link. Almost everyone,
Mm-hmm.
almost
dude,
all the
and
fighters.
it was interesting because we were talking about, Danny coming in as the replacement and everything,
Yep,
and then all of a sudden, coming in like Paul Revere, dude, Avoid is beating Adonis right now in
our
RSVR.
trump card. I will say
That's
that
not
Adonis
Man,
good.
is 100%
that, you know what? But
our
you know
main
what?
link.
I just want to put this out here. I believe that Adonis just didn't respect him enough as a
I
fighter.
agree
I
with
think
that.
Adonis
Hmm.
came in thinking that this was an easy W. I've been saying this literally from day one. Both of you know
Mm-hmm.
that kid has the biggest ego ever, dude. He has the biggest ego, and I hate it when that we have to use him as like a really good fighter because dude, he's a great fighter. But stroking that kid's ego, I can't stand it, bro. But recently, like when he wasn't team captain and Bodhi fell out. He's really been showing signs of being a true captain and being, well, not a captain, Danny, obviously you're the captain, but being a true good teammate like Bodhi
Yeah.
has been. He, offered, he's going to spar and try and, help
Hmm.
all of us get ready by the time the tournament starts. And Bodhi, I'm going to look at you on this one. Kind of ditching Bodhi. Both you and kind of ditching Bodhi, which I don't agree with that at all in the slightest, because Bodhi, this is something that's not his fault. And I understand being mad at the situation. That is something that we can absolutely be mad at. But being mad
100%.
at Bodhi and banning him from the server and kicking him out of group chats and stuff when he was already offering that he felt bad and still wanted to help us prepare and spar and, get Danny ready, make sure he was already giving tips to Adonis on how to, kind of get around a Void. Adonis did admit that he did kind of think that that was an easy fight going in to fight a Void. But I still have a lot of, confidence in our team, because it does suck that Adonis did lose and that Bodhi pulled out and we have to come up with our backup fighter. But I still have just as much confidence in this team, if not more, because I feel like once Bodhi pulled out, we have other than really, I don't want to name names here, but I mean Nakota. Nakota's been really the only one who hasn't really been putting in a lot of participation in the team.
I haven't heard from him.
Adonis and Bodhi have already talked about how they want to help us prepare and, get ready for the tournament and stuff.
Yeah,
So it's
I do want to point out with Bodhi, I wasn't personally mad at him. I was mad at the situation, and I didn't actually read why he said he wasn't coming at first. He just said, "Oh, bad news. I've got something that's come up and I can't come." And then I told Unk. Unk was fucking fuming, and then I assumed if Bodhi's not like coming, I assume he's not going to be helping us or anything. So I thought I'd remove him. And then Bodhi typed in the chat, and I actually read the reason why, and I told Unk the reason, but Unk's just not having any of it. But to be fair, this has happened moments before we actually started arranging this, so I haven't had much time to talk to Unk. Little voice crack there. Shit. Fuck. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I'm not. I'm not mad at Bodhi personally. It was heat of the moment. I was mad at the situation. 0-1. That's quite a bad start. We're not even
not
less than a
ideal.
week away from the event. But I'm not mad at Bodhi personally. It's not his fault, is it? He's not going to ditch IRL shit to play fucking VR. That'd be silly. I don't blame him for that. And it's not like he had a
No.
bad approach towards it. Like, yo, I'm not coming. He gave us reason and he explained why. It's just Unk needs to hear that part of it now, because he's sort of just thinking, oh, he's just not coming because he don't want to.
Yeah.
So we need to talk to him on that. But I'm sure he'll come around.
Yeah, definitely a big discussion that needs to be had there. But I think another important thing that we should cover is Danny. You are the replacement fighter for Bodhi dropping out of this tournament.
Yeah.
We've seen a couple words from you, in the, whole UBA chat, but we should get some words from you on, on the Tobacco Time podcast live. What do you have to say? You are the backup fighter coming in. You are officially fighting on Thursday or Friday, excuse me, to whoever fighter that we choose. Obviously we can't reveal it, but we've been talking about some fighters that you could be going up against. What are you feeling right now? Big fights coming up, a lot of stuff to think about. What's kind of going through your head day one?
Man, I'm grateful, bro. I kind of thought that someone was gonna drop out. I didn't know when, but I was kind of thinking that someone was gonna drop out. So I've been preparing. Um, I don't know, man. I'm just excited, man. I think I get to prove myself, and it's a big opportunity for me, man. And I'm gonna show that I could be one of the best.
Danny G era. Danny G era.
Man, definitely a lot of
Hmm.
confidence coming from us at Team BSC for you. Um, I think you're slept on a lot, You did have that one fight where you were kind of going band for band with Bodhi, I feel like. There's definitely a lot of potential on this team, and I definitely do feel like the odds are kind of against us in this, but there's a lot of potential for us, I feel like. So I think that if we go in with, a positive attitude and just confidence, that's what we need. We need confidence, and we need to just kind of be relaxed, We got to
Oh
just
yeah,
understand that we, can keep up with these high level fighters. There are high level fighters, but, at the end of the day, I mean, it really is just a VR game. There is a lot of money on the line, but at the end of the day, if you're not having fun, why are you really doing it?
Yeah, exactly.
That's the kind of way that I feel like.
What
Well,
is our like expectations? How do we think this is going to go out? Who's going to get eliminated first, second? Who's going to go to day 2? Like, who do we think is going to get eliminated? Like, SGC versus Rosin. I believe they've got what is it, Rotan, Aura, and Tornado. I think SGC has, and then with Rosin they have Vinyl, Blix, and Zodo Lord.
Give me SGC. I think they're
yeah.
gonna beat him. I think SGC
I,
is gonna win.
yeah, I definitely feel like Rosin is the weakest link in the tournament. I don't mean that personally, but Vinyl's all they got. A lot of
I
people are
agree.
saying that about us, saying Adonis is all we got, but I feel like we're being heavily slept on. I could be wrong. We could be heavily sleeping on Rosin, but I've got to put my belief out there. I feel like Rosin's going to get swept through clean and easy.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see how it all goes out. But no, I don't think it's personal to say that Rosin is the weakest link. Um, but I don't think it's, I think people saying that we're the weakest link, um, I don't know. I feel like it's interesting to say that, we have Adonis Banks, he's been one of the best for, almost a year now. Obviously always up there competing with the best of the best.
Won every
Nakota,
tournament.
yeah, and BSC taking every single tournament, every time. But Nakota, he's coming in. He's the UBA light heavyweight champion, I do believe, at this current moment. Just a really great fighter, just does it better than a lot of people do. So a lot of confidence right there for him, obviously.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I mean, and then Danny coming in, I feel like Danny is probably one of the most slept on fighters in the game right now.
For
Doesn't have
sure.
as much clout as I feel like he should. I think
hmm
if anybody sees Danny fight right now, and I hope coming up to the 6 days we have until currently filming, we have 6 days until the first day of the tournament. Hopefully that you can get a lot of good spars in and
Oh, I
really
will.
yeah.
figure out
I'm
some
hoping to
good
get some footage
information
of
and
that.
stuff.
I'm working these
I,
6 days, bro.
I want to get some footage of this and then hopefully post it up on the channel, show everyone what we're all working with, give everyone an idea.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be really fascinating to see how we kind of work through with these 6 days that we have getting ready for the tournament. But thankfully, better 6 days than like 1 or 2 for having Danny come in and step up as a backup. So it's going to be really interesting to see how we do. Um, well, gentlemen, I think that was a great first
Yeah,
time talking. A lot to talk about today.
Oh yeah.
A lot
yeah,
of stuff going
100%.
on, but I think it was great that we were able to find the time to sit down and kind of talk about it all because, man, there's a lot to talk about. But it's going to be
100%.
interesting to see how things move forward with the BSC, with tournaments. Going to be a lot more amateur cards, and I think we're going to do at least 1 to 2 pro cards a week, either Fridays or
hmm
Saturdays. I don't know.
Yeah,
We're going to get it figured out here pretty soon. But I think this was great. It's going to be really, really cool to see how we can work through this with the next weeks coming.
hmm
But
100%. A
dude,
lot to go through.
I think it was awesome that the three of us could get together. Thank you two gentlemen for your
Oh yeah,
time.
of course, man.
Oh,
And
yeah,
this
man.
was the first Tobacco Time podcast. I was your host Kazekage here with the owner of BSC and the face of BSC, Mr. Sassy the Sasquatch, and Danny G. Thank you all, and I'll see you boys next week.
See you later, man.
Yep, yep. Silence yourselves, yo.